Hello, sorry. This is Muhiddin from Dahua Technology team, and we are very happy to meet you all at this very nice evening. Today we'll be talking about a very simple and easy topic, which will be the IB camera configuration and setup. Also, we will be discussing some of the points in the tool config or the config tool, and how we'll be installing it, and from where we will be getting this tool. And we'll hope that you all enjoy this session, and let's see together, inshallah, what we'll be seeing in this topic. First of all, before we start, we would like to announce our last quiz winners, and this today. Okay, let's see together. We are having in every session we are having a quiz, and some of the winners and the lucky winners who will be answering the correct answers, they will be winning with us a very wonderful prizes. And hopefully that you also been participating with us today in the quiz, and be lucky ones, and try to see in our quiz. Okay, so here is our first winner. We'll be seeing them. The first winner is Ali Iqbal, who had the Hawaii band. The second winner is Muhammad Khalid. Although we have in the third winner Danish Anwar, having the Goog Hero power bank. Hope all you have, inshallah, you get the same prices. Next, let's start with our quiz. Let's start. First of all, we were having the topics we will be seeing here. Yes. So we'll be having, first of all, we'll be discussing some of the topics mentioned to you in this PPT. Hope you are all seeing it. First of all, we'll be discussing the setup and configuration for the basic tools. And the second one will be the configuration and setup. Third topic will be the config tool. And fourth will be the identification of the IB camera and the main features we'll be having. And lastly, we'll be having a quiz upon those topics. So over here, we'll be seeing also, first of all, we will start with our config tool. So what we'll be having in the config tool. In the config tool, we'll be seeing, first of all, we'll be searching our cameras, or IB cameras, which will be connected through a switch and connect to our laptop. We'll be having how to modify the IB address, how can be modified. Okay, and first of all, we can be initializing this IB address from here. We'll be searching this camera. All right. We'll be searching the camera from our local network, and the IP address will come. The camera will be running with us, and the IP address will be showing it here. So we'll be searching the camera. We'll be having in which range it shall be searched. Shall be from which range? We'll be defining the range, and then we'll be putting the password for the camera. Here we'll be defining the default password. Should be mostly all of us be using it is admin123, and then we'll be having the cameras here with the defaulted IP address, which is 108. We'll be initializing this camera. We'll be selecting it, initializing. All right. So it will be requesting one device has not been initialized, one camera has not been initialized. So we'll be clicking into initialize, then we'll be putting the password, the new password for that camera, which can be mentioned here, 123. All right, admin 123. If you would like to have a password, the email address, in case that you need to reset the password, if you forgetting the password, although we'll be selecting our video type, NTSC or BLABL. All right, so we'll be clicking next. In case here will be yes, in case that we haven't put the IP, it shows here that email address cannot be null, so we'll be putting an email address, which is any of the email address that you would like to put, that you need to fill it over here. This is in common that we can do the same setting. I will be explaining the setting here through the the config tool, although we'll be explaining it through the browser web. So here is the email address that we can mention it. All right. Yes. It will be as here. Sorry, in case that you are not seeing this window. So we're putting the email address, then next. Then we show that if you need to use the EZ4IB or the making auto updates. All right. This we don't recommend this to make the auto update in case that you unless that your NVR it's requesting a new update, that you may do it afterwards. So it's checking the device has been activated. So right now this is successfully been initialized. The camera has been ready as initialized over here in this config tool. Next option that we can make an device upgrade from our config tool, that you can upgrade your camera or your NVR, whatever Dahua products is being connected from the IBSSTV products that you may check here. You can upgrade your camera through the latest version, and you can download the latest version from our website, the dahuasecurity.com. You can search there the online about the firmware that you required by the model camera model number. We're having here also the online migrate that if you require to have an with some specific activation code, then you can upgrade your camera. Although we can get here another information about our IB camera, get the device info. You can get the whole device info. All right. You can we can make the encode, the details, mainstream and substream. All of this will be just checking afterwards. We'll be discussing also in details. And also the next thing that you can also check about the camera, the brightness constructs, the gamma saturations, and all of those points you may check. All right. And next of all, then you can also have the system setting. You can click here to set the time. You can set the district where you belong. You can check. We can change the area, all right, of the city that you are living, all right. And then you may also synchronize with the NTB, which is the Windows time server. Although you can change this to your local IB server. And here we're having also to reset your password. You need to reset your password. All right. Building config. This is you may have a set of cameras, and you can set it over here. This is most of all those points that we have missed here. I would like to explain also. You can import some specific settings to your camera, or you can export your setting to the IB camera from if you have the same model cameras to several to any of your site several cameras, then you don't need to apply the same setting again and again every time. Here you have the manual add, then you can add manual by adding the IP address, username, password, and the port. All right. Here you can make change or delete the cameras from your menu. All right. And if you can also how to patch or modify the IP address. If you have a number of cameras here, you can also patch it together and modify the whole IP addresses together in the same time. So you don't need to have it to have it one by one, especially that if you have in a big site, then it will be all the cameras will be in a sequence. It will be reset together from 108 up to the level that you would like to have it. Next, here we would like also to discuss in the camera configuration through the web browser. So through the web browser, you can also check and reset those settings and modify it. Similarly, here we have our camera IP address has been we have already reset it before. All right, and how we can reset our camera? Okay, how we can reset our camera? So from here, let me check just a few minutes. All right, I understand. Just will be refreshing it so you can have the same model here. So we'll be putting our as we have already put the username and password previously, and we will be putting right now the username and password to log into the camera, the admin, and the admin 123, as we have mentioned before. So in this case, whenever you face this case that you have to put the plugin, especially in your some of the browsers that is required some plugin, not straightforward. It will be opening for you the view. So what you will do, you will downloading the plugin and you will be running this plugin. So it will take a single minute, and let's again refresh it and see. So it requests from us here. This is the plugin come. Now we will be logging once again. The plugin is installing it right now, and it will be running after we just log in. Then we will allow it. We'll allow it again. So it's admin. One, two, three. Just a second. We're having a username password. Just a second, we'll be opening from here. We'll be just resetting our camera one more time. We're just checking our resetting it to the new password as mentioned here. Just a few minutes. We'll do the reset. We'll do the reset. Hope you are all seeing the scene. Just a few minutes. Yes, we disconnected the camera and we're connecting it again. We'll be checking the camera. We'll be checking the completing all the remaining of the tool, whatever we have pending through the tool, and we'll get back to the camera. And we'll be seeing here the remaining of the points. You can see it. So we said that we'll be discussing those points through our config tool. We'll be getting the information. So we'll be discussing here, first of all, the encode. And the regular means we're having here the mainstream. Regular means it is the auto, all right? Auto, we're having the motion, and we're having the alarm. So in the regular, we'll be having the CBR and the BBR. CBR means the constant bit rate that we can here define, and over from here we can define the frame rate. Either it is from 1 to 20. As you know that as long as we're having the more frame rate per seconds, that means that we're having the best resolution in the camera, which will be clicking at minimum of 20 frames per second, which will be continuing frames. You may see here from our side, you may see here the config tool that we was explaining about the mainstream and the substream. So the mainstream, we're having here the regular means it's auto, and we're having here the motion, we have here an alarm. So we'll be talking about the constant bitrate and variable bitrate. The constant bitrate you may have, as you explained earlier, that we're having here 20 frames per second, and for every second we're having the camera will be clicking 20 frames in the minimum, and will be, as we are reducing it will be less and less quality. So we're having here the resolution. This is the resolution what is required. We're having here the maximum resolution for our camera. All right, and we're having here the quality. As max as it is, it will be the best. All right, and we're having here the customized bitrate. If you would like the bitrate to be in 1024 up to the 2 megapixel from the camera. All right, so although we can be explaining some of the remaining points over here, this is the substream. It means that you may select your mainstream as it is the mainstream for recording, all right, and live view, and you can may also put your substream in the mode of the remote area. It means that if you're having any of your cameras or your application that you may use, either it is a mobile phone or any of the DSS products, softwares that you can review your camera on it. So this is the stream that you may use. Next, we'll be checking. You have in here the image. In the image, you may find several points. The day and night, although the auto is the auto mode, or you can call it general. In Dahua products, and we are calling it as general. So let's see again in the web browser. Let's see in the web browser, if you may check the camera one more time. All right. We have done the one more time reset for the camera. Let's see it now. So from here, you may start our journey again for the setting the camera. We'll be setting the camera from as that your region, that where you are from. If you are from in different countries, you may selecting. Now we are in Saudi Arabia. We'll be selecting the languages to English, and here you'll be selecting our video standard. Here we have in this license agreement. Again, we'll be selecting our day and time format from day and month. Here we'll be setting +3, and we'll be putting it. This is the time that is mentioned right now, which is not. Maybe it will be not correctly mentioned. So you may just, if you are connecting your PC through your camera, you may just make a synchronize that in the PC. All right, and you're pressing this next. You'll be putting your camera password as mentioned. This is the admin 123. And you're having here the similar password, admin 123. You may put your email or not. This is up to you. All right. Then it says that device installation has been completed. Here you may also connect your camera through your P2P applications, point to point. All right. Your application through the DMSS application. You may select it, press next. It's auto update. As we said, we didn't recommend it to put this updates. All right. Next, we'll be saving this setting. So let's start with save, then click one more time to initialize the camera. Now we will be logging into the camera. So this is the view that we'll be seeing from the camera in the live view. All right. Here we'll be continuing to explain our mentioned points previously in the camera conditions. Here we will be seeing our camera. All right, we'll be explaining those points that we missed. So the conditions of the camera, here we're having the picture. Here this is our profile. This is setup profile, as you have mentioned before. We're having the day and night, and the general. The general means it's auto. Either it is be mentioned to the day and night. You may select it as a general profile, and you will be putting your settings through this setting. So we're having here the picture. Picture means that you have be selecting it, the brightness and the contrast as well as resolution. And we're having here the sharpness of the photo or the view, the video view. We're having also the gamma. All right. So once we are moving the brightness on the camera, you'll be finding the reflection happening actively on the view. Although we are having here the exposure anti-flicker, you have the mode here. All right, you are having the exposure comp, you're having the 3D NR. Mostly we are using the 3D NR, 3D NR. We will be using it for the noise removing. So we are having it, supposed to having is right now it's off. You may see the video, how it is to having the video affecting right now the noise in the video. Now it's making it on, will be removing and stabilizing the noise to the minimum. And here we're having the anti-flicker. You have been installing the cameras indoor in any of the if you see the shops wherever the lighting is flickering, so you may selecting this 50 hertz or 60 hertz, then it will be eliminating your flickering of the light. Then you'll be going to the backlight. You may having, as we have putting our profile to the general auto. So we're having here the backlight concentration. We're having the highlight. All right, you're having the WDR, and you have the SSS. So in those points you may have the backlight, and you may select several setting on it. You may define the point wherever your backlight has been, you need to be concentrated or to be reduced. So in this point, in this box you may select this specific area, or you can make it as a default. This will be defining your picture automatically, similar to the highlight. And we're having here the WDR. WDR is the function that you may, the wide dynamic range, that you can define your two view. Either you may activating these features when you have the sunlight going to your room, especially in those areas where the sunlight comes in. So this will give you the opportunity to view even the outside the window. So it will be comparing two different scenes between the inside and the outside view together, and make it equalize to having the better scene through the sunlight. So the WDR is considered to be an hardware function, along with the software can be modifying together. And you having the DWDR, which is considered to be only as a software function that can analyze but it is considered to be lesser than the WDR in this feature. You have in the wide balance here in the auto. Similarly, you have always to make it in the auto side, or you can make it as it's in a street lamp or outdoor original customs. So it depends on the situation that you are installing your camera. Here you have the day and night. Day and night. Some of the cameras doesn't support the night color mode. It's only may showing to you the black light, the black and white mode, as here we are seeing here in this camera, in this view. So always to make it as a color, it should be better. And you have the emulator as well. So those are the feature that we are seeing here in our the camera conditions and the backlight, exposure, and light we explained here. Next, we can see in the video also I explained before. You have in here the encode mode. You may have it to H265, H264, although the B and H. We're always considering the H265 to be the best in the internal in some optional that can be made. It will be improving your recording, improving your resolution to give you the best solution for your storage as well. This is the AI, as we have our cameras from the AI series, which we'll be considering as AI codec. All right, here you're having the resolutions, the maximum resolution. Okay, you may use it for your storage, which one you like to have, your storage, and also your live view mode. You may have also here the frame rate per seconds that I have also mentioned earlier. This is the CBR. Always with the H265, it's the CBR, which is constant bit rate. You may have the situation is indoor or outdoor. It will be giving you fixed frame rate and fixed scenes, cannot be increasing. And you may have the bit rate as customized as you wish. You have the frame rate interval, which is considered to be the scene between the first scene and the second scene. Between this is the interval time to changing the scene from the first frame to the second frame. So it will be considering this interval. This is the correct time that can be mentioned. So next we'll be seeing as well some of the setting of the alarm setting. This is you may mention here. This is the motion. As you have any motion being detected, this is the alarm can be analyzed in your mobile phone as a pop-up or through the NVR as a beep. Here you have the disk error. If your hard disk has been damaged or have been any kind of error in it, it will be mentioned to you as an alarm. You have in the external alarm to be inputted to your camera or to your NVR. Here you having the audio detection. You have the scene changes. If the scene has been changed at any time, then this is specific on the area that you are installing your camera. That will be giving you also an alarm. You're having the security inspection. You're having the disk full, in case if it is disk full. You're having the video tampering, illegal access, the IVS. This all are several points we'll be discussing, inshallah, in through our coming series of videos. We'll be explaining in details. So in part of our setting, you may see here also some of the network. We'll be also only discussing today the TCP/IP. The remaining protocols also be discussing in separate videos. So here we are be selecting it if you would like to have our static IP or DHCP as whatever we would like to have it. If you are connecting your camera, your setup full camera and NVR through a network, then it will be having a DHCP IP addresses. Or you having in a several separate places, then it's depend on you if it is a residential or if it is a commercial area. So this is the details. You have IP address, the subnet mask. You're having the default gateway. You're having all the DNS if there is any. Here there is some also the events where the events can be made. So also be discussing, as I mentioned, this is in separate videos. You're having here the storage. The storage can be defined as it is general, it's continuous, or event or alarm. We'll be discussing it, and you may mention it like this, defining by hours. So through the day to the hour that you like to have it. Well, when you want to make it full continuous recording after 6, okay, or before, depends on the timing that you would like to have. Here you can come to the setting and select by period. If this seems as to be a little bit tense and difficult for you, then you can make it as per hour, specific hours, seconds, and make it as in general or event or alarm through the days or the holiday also as well. Okay, so from here we'll be finalizing and seeing those points that you have mentioned before in the schedule, also destination, record, This all the points we'll be discussing it in separate videos. Let's see here also if we can define. Also from your side, please would you inform me if you have any of the point that you are missing or you are not understanding properly, and I would like to also to explain it, to hear from your side, to see how much you may have get from these videos, and hopefully that it should be very and useful for you guys. And we although would like to see you in the upcoming videos, that to review the remaining and completing the series with us. All right, so here we'll be reviewing of the second also of the from the basics setting that we are having it. As we as mentioned earlier, we have this camera is from the 5 series that we are from AI function, artificial intelligence cameras. That is some of the points that you're having. It's from the SD cameras. It's having it through the camera itself. You may make a backup, or you can make an instant recording on the SD card without having an NVR. All right, it will give you specific days. It depends on the storage that you are putting in your camera. So from this camera, from this SD card, also we are having a separate, very various functions. Also, there is also a function called ANR. So this is also a function that you may knowing it in the upcoming videos, that you may require for your SD card in case of your network has been down. So the storage will be recorded in your SD card. The videos will be recorded in your SD card, and then afterwards it will be reflected your NVR immediately once the network is back. So this is also where we are recommending to put an SD card where they have a camera having an SD card feature slot, and will be very useful to record the videos in case the network is down. Here we'll be starting our break for just a minute from now. Hope you guys mention all your points in the comments, and give us your feedback and whatever question that you'd like to mention. Okay, and we'll be very happy to answer it all. Thank you, guys. We'll have, just after this minute, we'll have it starting our quiz separately, and will be coming afterwards. Thank you. Hello guys, get back again to you all. Here we will be having, as I have mentioned in this PPT, that we are having our channels, and before that we'd like to mention that our RMA center, as we are having in Dahua, we are having an RMA center in around the kingdom, and we'll be very happy to serve you all in all your return products or the difficulties that you're finding in your in the products that you have purchased from our DBB partners. Here we are having the delivery and pickup services for the devices that we're having through our RMA center services. So how you may get this service? First of all, you may register in our application partner, Dahua partner. You may see it in our slides. You may scan this code, scan this the barcode, QR code. You may scan it, and it will be directly define you to the download page. We are recommending all of you guys to download our Dahua partner app through and register in and make subscription in our YouTube channel, although with our Telegram channel. And then you may find our Telegram channel and all your software upgrade that you may require, and all the whatever you are requesting in the solutions you may request, you may find it in the Telegram channel. And would like to also to engage in the discussions between our installers, and also our technical team is always representing there to serve you all in those channels. Although in the YouTube channel you may find us putting new videos and making a training for you guys, and in all the different products also you may recommend us whatever topics that you may require to have a training on. And although you may find our live training through our Facebook pages for Saudi Arabia, Dahua Saudi Arabia, and make it also like the page and subscribe it to find the latest news. For our RMA, once more time, you may have any of your products, if it's been any difficulties in the product that you're facing just directly check through our app. You may check in the management tool that you click on it, request the pickup for your products, and through your invoice that you have made, then it will be picked and returned to you either with the new product or repaired products that you may have, only through 3 days from your purchase, from your return product. We are having a festival and a promotion through our Dahua partner app. You may see it in case that you have purchased an order amount of 2,500 riyal, you may have a profit with the 250 riyal along with the 5,000 you order. You may have 600 riyal as a profit for you, and in an order of 8,000 riyal you may have 1,000 riyal as a profit. And this is we'll be having on yearly basis that a lucky draw for our most usages for the products, and scanning for those products, and purchasing for the products of the Dahua. You will be having a very awesome gifts, where you're having an iPhone 13, although you'll be having an Apple Watch or a Huawei, as you are seeing over here. And we are very helpful and very happy that you may see you all having those gifts. And through those through the app, you may also collect the points whenever you are purchasing any camera or any NVR or DVR, whatever through our Dahua products. You may scan it, then you may finding those points, and those points you'll be replacing it with wonderful prices also, as you are seeing in the app. So hopefully all you guys scan the QR code and enjoy with our services. And finally we'll be going to our quiz, and we'll be starting and the quiz within a few minutes. We'll be posting for you guys the quiz in the comments. So let's start right now. The quiz has been pasted in the comments, and we'll be starting your answering. All right, teams. Hello everyone, and right now our quiz is already over, and we would like to have to announce the winners. And very good luck to the other people who didn't get luck with us at this time. So we would like to announce the winners. The first winner is Muhammad Nisar. The second one is Muhammad Islam, and the third one is Simon. So we'd like you all please to share your contact details, your email address, and your mobile number in the comments, in our live comments, so that we can contact you afterwards and share with you your prices. All right, and thank you all of you and for participating today in our training, live training. And we wish to see you one more time in our all upcoming trainings. And just this to remind you, we are having a weekly live training in English and Arabic, although in Urdu and Hindi. So with best wishes to you all, and thank you for attending with us tonight. Thank you all, and very good night to you all. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.